Have you ever pondered the origin of those sparkly ideas that leave you awestruck? They come into existence in the enigmatic world of creativity. A complex and fascinating process, creativity is not a gift bestowed upon a chosen few, but a skill we all learn, nurture, and expand. At the heart of creativity lies imagination. More important than knowledge, imagination is limitless, encircling the world. It allows us to envision possibilities, break boundaries, and create something out of nothing. It's the first step to being creative. Then comes the role of serendipity, the happy accident. It's when we look for something, stumble upon something else, and realize that what we found is more suited to our needs. It's a delightful surprise that often leads to innovative ideas. And let's not forget the importance of making mistakes. They are our greatest teachers, pushing us to learn, adapt, and grow. So embrace your mistakes, for they pave the way to creativity. Imagination encircles the world. It's the first step to being creative. Have you ever noticed how crisis situations can spark innovation? It's in these moments of urgency and high stakes that our minds become fertile grounds for creative problem solving. Think back to a time when you faced a crisis. Perhaps it was a project deadline looming, a sudden shift in market trends, or an unexpected setback. Didn't that pressure push you to think differently, to explore new avenues of resolution? Indeed, crisis situations are like crucibles for creativity, forging innovative ideas in their fiery depths. And in these moments, we often find ourselves stepping out of our comfort zones, pushing boundaries and challenging norms. It's not always an easy step to take, but it's a necessary one if we want to fuel our creative prowess. Remember, discomfort can be a powerful catalyst for creativity. It nudges us to question, to experiment, and to take risks. After all, to discover new oceans, you must dare to lose sight of the shore. Ever had a brilliant idea shot down in a storm of analysis and critique? It's a situation we're all too familiar with. In the heat of a brainstorming session or a project meeting, our ideas, no matter how bright they might be, can often get slaughtered by a barrage of analytical thinking. Let's paint a picture. You're excited, you've just had a flash of inspiration, and you present your idea only to be met with a chorus of, "Yes, but it already exists," or "We don't have time for this." Perhaps the most disheartening of all is, if your idea is that good, how come nobody thought of it before? These are situations where the analytical mind, instead of nurturing creativity, turns into a saboteur. Instead of building on ideas, it seeks to tear them down, and in the process, it hinders the birth of something potentially revolutionary. It's easy to get flustered in these situations, to doubt ourselves, to let our ideas get washed away in the tide of criticism. But it's crucial to remember that no ideas are silly or too wild. Every great innovation, every breakthrough, started as a simple idea that someone believed in and fought for. So the next time you find yourself in such a situation, stand up for your ideas, advocate for them, defend them. Don't let them be slaughtered in the battlefield of critique. After all, good ideas don't just drift away, they need champions to defend them. So, how do you keep your ideas alive in the face of opposition? Well, it's all about fostering an environment where ideas can take root and thrive. It starts with not keeping your ideas to yourself. A solitary idea may be a spark, but it takes a collective effort to turn that spark into a bonfire. Collaboration is key, yet while it's important to share your ideas, you also need to defend them against destructive criticism. It's not about being stubborn or refusing to accept feedback, but rather about believing in your idea's potential and giving it a chance to prove itself. Next, let's talk about the concept of killing your darlings. It may sound harsh, but it's a necessary part of the creative process. Sometimes we become so attached to our ideas that we fail to see their flaws. By challenging our own ideas and being willing to let go of the ones that don't work, we create space for new and potentially better ideas to emerge. Remember, creativity is a continuous journey, not a destination. It's about exploring, experimenting, and sometimes failing. But through that process, we learn, we grow, and we innovate. And finally, remember this: no ideas are silly or too wild. They are the seeds of innovation, the building blocks of progress. Give them room to breathe and grow, and they might just surprise you. In the end, Creativity is all about daring to dream and daring to try. We've explored the role of imagination, serendipity, and mistakes in sparking creativity. We've seen how crisis situations can lead to innovative solutions, and how stepping out of our comfort zones can open up new horizons. We've also discussed how to defend our ideas against scrutiny, and the importance of fostering a supportive environment for idea generation. Think big, set high goals, make mistakes, and always remember creativity is the courage to let go of certainties